Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to my channel. This is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. In this morning's video, I will be bringing you up to date on the latest stimulus news and information. New stimulus payments will begin going out next week, which is great news for many of you. However, many companies are closing physical stores, leading to massive layoffs and increasing unemployment rates. This coming Friday, I will be giving away Walmart gift cards. To enter my giveaway, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also remember to leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. Millions of Californians who are eligible for a Golden State stimulus check could receive payments of up to $1,100 from the state as early as next week. According to updated information on the California Franchise Tax Board website, the first round of direct deposits are set to be issued on September 1st. The tax agency said it anticipates most direct deposits will hit bank accounts between the beginning of September and October 15th, provided recipients had already completed and filed their 2020 tax returns. Individuals who will be getting the payment via direct deposits are those who have already chosen that option to receive a refund on their tax return. The tax board also stated that under this payment method, any eligible resident who submits a return after August 20th should allow up to 45 days to receive a payment, although some may need extra time to process for accuracy and completeness. For individuals not signed up for direct deposit, checks will be mailed out starting in early October, and they will continue to be sent out through the end of the year. According to the California Franchise Tax Board, mailing times will be based on the last 3 digits of the recipient's zip code. However, taxpayers should expect a delay of up to 2 months if the return has not yet been processed prior to their zip code scheduled payment date. California's wait time dashboard has more information on tax return and refund processing timeframes. The upcoming mailings and direct deposits are part of California's second wave of stimulus checks, which are meant to provide relief to its residents who are hit hardest by this ongoing crisis. The direct payments are part of the $100 billion budget plan signed by Governor Gavin Newsom last month. This money is drawn in part of the federal recovery refunds. In total, California is doling out about $12 billion in payments, which officials says makes the program the largest state rebate in U.S. history.
That Americans need, quote unquote, this idea that we have had cheap energy. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this myth of quote unquote cheap energy. Because right now in Astoria, in the district that I represent, in frontline communities, in low-income communities, in Black communities, in Latino communities, in immigrant communities, in brown communities, indigenous communities, we know that there is no such thing as cheap energy. Because the price of cheap energy has always been our lives, our health, our lungs, our cancer rates. So maybe it's cheap for someone else in a mansion that gets to breathe clean air in a nice property, but it is not cheap for the 1.2 million people in this city alone that live within striking distance of a peaker plant. We have right here in our district and in our city. And by the way, let's also talk about the fact that the economics of a peaker plant are not cheaper either. Electricity from peaker plants in New York City alone are up to 1,300% more expensive than the average cost of electricity in the rest of this state alone, let alone the rest of the country. But when you look at the proposed retirement and replacement plans for a peaker plant, people could save, ratepayers could save $1 billion in energy costs by 2035 by replacing these plants alone. And the reduced environmental and health impacts from the avoided emissions from a peaker plant could create an additional savings of another $1 billion by 2035, not nationwide, right here at home in our city. This myth of cheap energy, especially when we talk about the tragedy and the travesty of what is happening in Afghanistan right now, the amount of global conflict, the amount of lives that are given up, both in our health, both in global conflict, both in geopolitical destabilization.
Under Golden State Stimulus Second, as a second stimulus checks plan is called, all eligible residents will get up to $600 with an additional $500 going to individuals with at least one child. And those who qualified for the earlier Golden State Stimulus check and claimed a dependent will also get an additional $500 or $1,000. However, recipients who did not claim a dependent will not get another check. People who qualify for the payment currently live in the state and were a California resident for the majority of last year, filed a 2020 tax return by October 15th, 2021, have a Social Security number or an individual taxpayer identification number. Also cannot be claimed as a dependent by another taxpayer and meet a certain income threshold. The financial eligibility requirements include a California adjusted gross income of $1 to $75,000 and wages of up to $75,000 annually. California residents can check to see if they are eligible for these payments, as well as the estimated amount they will collect through the state's online tool. More residents qualify for the money this time around, with an estimated 2 out of 3 Californians expected to receive direct payments. So if any of you have any questions on the new stimulus checks, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much, everyone. Disney, an iconic part of the culture here in the United States, has announced that they will close a series of stores across the country. Like many companies, Disney will be closing physical locations and transition its focus to e-commerce. All in all, 60 stores will be closed this year, or around a third of the locations. Disney stores are scattered across malls and iconic tourist locations like Times Square. Major retail chains have decided to close physical stores as more and more consumers shift their preferences. Business Insider reported earlier this year that 1,000 stores had been closed by various retailers in the year 2021. During these challenging times, these closures will be felt by many in that sector. Unlike many workers involved in hospitality, most of these jobs will be lost forever as they are made obsolete during the shift to e-commerce. In 2020, Bed Bath & Beyond closed 63 stores. Best Buy, the electronics store known for their blue polos, laid off 5,000 employees in just recent years. Many of these layoffs came during the crisis as sales for the business increased, but with the majority taking place online. Over the last few years, the number of store leases has dropped from 450 to 150. So everyone, what are your thoughts on this? Please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here this morning. I hope you found some of this information helpful. Remember that this coming Friday, I will be announcing the winners of this week's Walmart gift card giveaway. Please enter my giveaway by subscribing to my channel, leaving a comment below, and also liking this video. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed Thursday.